What's up, Falcons fans? Falcon Planet back here. Going into week 2, got the St. Louis Rams at home. First home game of the year. This video is not going to be too long because it's not really that big of a game, other than we're trying to get our first win of the year, of course, and it's the home opener. The St. Louis Rams, they're a young team. They all run through Sam Bradford, though. It really depends on how good he does and how all the other players play. You got Dale Richardson coming in, replacing Steven Jackson, who plays his old team. Rookie Tavon Austin, he might have a big game. I'd look for him, especially in special teams, returning punts. Our special teams look shaky at times on punts. Kickoff, I'm not worried about, but look out for him. He's a third string wide receiver. He could have a big game, you never know. Dale Richardson could go off on our defense, you never know. But it's really not their offense that I'm worried about, it's their defense, especially their pass rush. When you got guys like Chris Long, Langford, Brockers, Robert Quinn, James Laurinaitis, those are some big names, some underrated names. They got Cortland Finnegan, Alec Ogletree, rookie out of Georgia. He's looked really good so far. T.J. McDonald and Janarius Jenkins, you got him back there. There's some really good names on their defense. I don't know them that well, just because they play for the Rams. I don't watch the Rams often, unless of course we're playing them or I happen to see their highlights on ESPN. I do know the Falcons used to play them back when we played in the West, so it's kind of a rivalry. At the same time, it's not at all. It really doesn't affect our playoff push. You look at Carolina playing the Bills. That should be a pretty good game. I think Carolina's going to win that game, but I like to see E.J. Manuel, represent the ACC and knock them off and help us out. So there's really not much to say. The keys to the game, I think, are we going to be able to run the ball in the red zone? It all depends on that defensive line of the Rams. They're really good guys, super good pass rushers. We struggle running the ball. You saw the Saints get to Matt Ryan a ton. Imagine what these guys would probably do. But I think, especially with how young our offensive line is, I don't think you'll actually see them get to the quarterback quite as much. Roddy White's questionable. A lot of guys are questionable, but I wouldn't even look into that much. Most all them guys are going to play. Hopefully Asante Samuel's back. He could really help out, even though they don't really have that many weapons. Givens, Tavon Austin, two biggest names to throw the ball to. I don't see their offense doing much. Jared Cook is clearly their best player. So look for the linebackers to step up and have a big game. Look at guys like Stephen Nicholas, Sean Weatherspoon, Akeem Dent really need to come to play, because their numbers are going to be called a lot to guard Jared Cook. See Croy, watch out for Croy Bierman to jump back and guard him some too. Who knows? Thomas Day could be guarding him with how crazy Mike Nolan likes to run our defense. But back to the keys. Can we run the ball in the red zone? Can we keep Matt Ryan protected? And can we get a pass rush of our own? I think if we get a good pass rush on Sam Bradford, they're not going to score very many points. They do have Harvey Dahl, which everybody knows used to play for the Falcons and was super good, known as the nastiest offensive tackle in the game. I really wish we still had him. Just imagine how much better our offensive line would be if we still had Harvey Dahl. But other than that, I think we can get to Sam Bradford. Look for O.C. Manure to get a sack or two. Look for Corey Bierman to maybe come in there. There's really not much to say. Steven Jackson's playing his old team. Hopefully he can have a big game. The rookies are, getting another start, another game under their belt. I think we're going to win this game pretty easily. I think they'll make a game of it into halftime. It'll probably be a lot closer than most people think. Don't underestimate the Rams. If they were to beat us, I wouldn't be too surprised. I would be surprised just because we're the Falcons, but if they beat us, hats off. They got some good players on that team. I look for them to be a pretty solid team this year, all depending on what Sam Bradford can do. Can we run the ball? Can we give Matt Ryan time to throw? And can we get a pass rush? Now, we do all three of those things. I say we win this game 28-21, something like that. 28-17, 24-17. Not that big of a spread, but I see us putting up a good amount of points. If I were to say look for anybody to get an interception, I'd say Sean Witherspoon, just because they're going to be targeting the middle of the field a lot, I feel, with Jared Cook. So I don't see them taking too many shots unless Tavon Allison's out on the field towards the end of the game, so on and so forth. It looks like I'm going to be doing most of the videos by myself for a while. I do have lighting on the green screen right now. I'm about to test it out and see if I can get a picture up on there. If not, it's not that big of a deal. But in a month, I should have a picture on the background when I go back home and bring back my lighting, which is much more powerful than a couple of room desk lamps that I got going on right now. I'm actually sitting on my dorm bed in a little room. You have no idea. I've got it set up pretty good now. The first video, I really didn't like that setup, so I'm going with the second video setup from here on out. I might have somebody on every once in a while. When I go back home for Christmas break, I'm going to try and get my friend Seth to do it with me a couple times in my actual studio at my house. I'm probably going to get a mic soon, so, you know, I'm going to get back to it. Again, not much to say. Falcons are going to win this game. We're the Atlanta Falcons. We're the better team. I like the Rams, nothing against them, but they still need a few years. So we'll have a video out Sunday night or Monday, at latest Monday evening. Gonna watch the game Sunday, can't wait. A lot of big college football games on tomorrow. Hope you all watch those too. So, it's Falcon Planet signing out. I'm Colin. We'll see you later.